Brothers and sisters, how does Jesus form his disciples? Jesus was in a way entering into the helplessness of people. People were compared to sheep without a shepherd. Jesus is coming to the shore and he asks for a boat, and that boat becomes a pulpit for Jesus. From that pulpit, Jesus is preaching the crowd, and the fishermen, the owners of that boat, later they become preachers, disciples. A great transformation is there. Jesus was teaching that people. They were pressing in on him. Means we find a thirsty people. They were thirsty to listen what this new master was teaching. Let us hope this way. And Peter and others were also listening, though they were washing the net. That's why soon after Jesus' preaching, when Jesus said, prepare for one more catch, they were so exhausted because, as Simon says, the whole night they worked hard, but they did not get anything. But one thing what Simon says, yet if you say so, I will let down the nets. Dear brothers and sisters, here we find that the qualifications needed for a disciple. If you say so, I will do that. Already, now Peter has got a trust. He's addressing Jesus, Master, because, as I said before, Simon was in a way attracted to the teaching of Jesus. Now a trust is developed and now obedience is developed. If you say so, I will do that. So this is what we see always in the life of this master itself, Jesus. Father, everything is possible for you, but not my will, thy will. This is trust and obedience. I know everything is possible for you, so I'm not asking for what I want. I don't force you to do everything for me. I know it's possible for you, but even then, I want to follow what you say, obedience. Dear brothers and sisters, trust and obedience. Then what happens? Then there is an abundance. A lot of fish. They could not carry everything, so they signaled their friends and they also come, and we see the net was torn. They could fill both boats. Abundance. So let us come to the message of the event. We are also sometimes so tired, exhausted. We work hard, physically, emotionally, sometimes even spiritually, we are exhausted. Means we do not find the result of our effort. Now what happens here? When Peter says, we have worked hard the whole night long, even after that, just because that Jesus says, we know the lake is the same, the boat is the same, the net is the same, the fishermen, they are also the same. There is no difference. Everything the same. But only one difference, now they are doing just because that Jesus said so. That is the difference. What do we understand? Here, this result, this abundance is not the result of the effort. It's not the result of human effort. This is purely gifted. This is purely grace. This is purely the result of an obedience. Of course, they cooperated with what Jesus had said. This is what we have to learn today as the disciples of Jesus. Dear brothers and sisters, we also may realize in our lives also there are moments we find we are helpless. All our efforts are in vain. There is no result, there is no fruit. So that's the time we completely put our trust in God. Lord, I have nothing to do more. If you do something, then I will be blessed. Then there is a surrender. Then God says something, you do this, then there is an obedience. So, already by these acts, Jesus has caught the hearts of these fishermen. Now they cannot but follow Jesus. They are becoming the fishers for men. I will make you, now you will be catching the people. Dear brothers and sisters, let us also put our complete trust in God. Let us prepare our hearts to obey the words of the Lord. There is no need of any disappointment. Even when we say we are exhausted, we should not be disappointed. Still, the Lord is there. He has something for you. There is an abundance waiting for you. But one thing, trust and obey the Lord.